Hey everybody, how's it going? It's just May 31st here in Geneva, Nebraska, southeast Nebraska. You're riding along with Brad Lauber of Lauber Seed Farms. 85, going on 87 continual years of independent seed production. I wanted to talk a little bit this afternoon as I'm driving from one field to the other. It's a little ways across the county here. A topic that's very hot these days, agricultural consolidation. And farmers are on both sides of the issue. On the one hand, many of what we call the large conglomerate agricultural companies have given us good products. And the evidence of that, the empirical evidence of that, is the rise in yields. But what they have also done is they have taken control. At this point, evidence that they've been pretty successful is the fact that 90% of America's acres are planted to what you would call really what's been consolidated into three or four major international agricultural conglomerates that control everything that the farmer can plant, that the farmer can spray, where the farmer delivers his crop. And farmers are very independent by nature, and Lauber Seed Farms was one of the first to hybridize seed corn back in the 30s. My great-grandfather was, and back then it was an independent market. And if you were a farmer and you wanted to try to cross your own lines, or you wanted to try to regrow your own soybean seed, you could. But that's been taken away from us. And at Lauber Seed Farms, we grow independent seeds. And when you grow the seeds that we sell you, you're growing independent seeds. And that is to say, you can, if you wish to, operate independently of the giant ag conglomerate consortium that is slowly merging into one giant, what I call almost the Walmarting of American agriculture. Why do you think when you go to the grocery store it's packed full of preservatives and sugars that aren't necessarily the healthiest for the body to digest? Now, at the same time, a box of Captain Crunch will probably last 5 years. It has so many preservatives in it. It'll be a little stale, but it might sustain you. But point being, us American farmers, we need to really take a look at ourselves in the mirror and what we're allowing to happen. And we need to think about a mother pushing her shopping cart in the grocery store. I'll make sure nobody's coming there. We need to think about a mother pushing her shopping cart in the grocery store with her child sitting in the basket and walking along with her. An American farmer meets your new consumer. And I think that the American consumer is not necessarily thrilled with the quality of the supply. And I think that the American farmer, in many ways, is not necessarily thrilled with the quality of the choices he's been given. And it starts with the seed, ladies and gentlemen. All the way through food labeling. But if you start with a pure and independent seed, bred independently and owned independently, not owned by the ag conglomerate, now all of a sudden the freedom and the choice is returned to, most importantly, the American consumer, but also the American farmer. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget there's a new generation of farmers coming up, and our objective is to provide you, the consumer, with what you want. We're trying. We're under the thumb of the big corporate ag conglomerates as much as you are. So do everything you can to support your local and independent farms, and do everything you can to recognize that freedom in the production of your food and control of the seed supply is so critical to a free society. Perhaps even more so, that maybe it ought to be in the Bill of Rights. What's America going to do if it runs out of food? You want to let Wall Street determine how our food supply is handled? I'll tell you what, I'm not going to let my kids' future rest on that. I hope you'll come back for another edition. I'm pulling up into the field. I got work to do. Enough pontificating. This farmer needs to farm.